from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. Now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. John Henson out there with Griffin. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Brown. And it's Mikhailuk in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol and at the 5 down low.
And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, or to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early to take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, and that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin, he empowered trusted friends along the way. He's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
That free throw, no good. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
Yeah. And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Clock at 6. Back to Rose. Here's Griffin. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's the Lakers with the ball. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's Davis at the elbow. And Davis throws it down.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Outside Griffin. Davis with some nice D.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Caldwell-Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Caldwell-Pope. They get it back. Here's Davis, and Griffin sends it back.
Yeah, well, it's huge. Whenever Griffin comes up with blocks, I mean, you'd love to see him be more consistent in this area.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Oh, well, Kev, you know I always appreciate when a big man can create for others. And Blake Griffin, he's one of the best in the game.
Oh, that was something else.
Come on, Hall of Fame, athleticism, and ability. James has no problem throwing it down and stopping.
Here's Rose. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Davis with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. The drive by James, and it's in there. James has got 5 now.
That's how LeBron likes to attack. So effective in scoring on the move.
Rose against Schroeder. Elbow shot is on the way. Here's Henson, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's LeBron, and he banks in the layup. He has 7.
Got to admire the focus. James not allowing the D to get the better of him.
Rose looking around. Count it.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Schroeder with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. That one goes. Count it.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Henson finds Rose. And he makes good on the layup. The Lakers in the lead. Schroeder up top. He's covered by Rose. Here's Gasol. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And here's a look at some numbers for Derrick Rose. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 18 points per, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%. That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. Pass break. The Lakers. Knocked loose. Stolen by Henson. Now Rose. He's got 6. Inside. Henson the pass to Rose. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to James. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Brown. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles.
A championship standard in LA with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Lakers second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. To the middle. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Davis. Schroeder's got his second basket of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Griffin. Great D that time from Davis. Lakers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, the scrawny strength, the skinny strength of Caldwell Pope catches defenders by surprise. So good at getting fouled and still finding a way to bury the shot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. On the free throw, no good.
You look back at the Blake Griffin trade, many thought the Pistons gave up too much, but it's worked out for them.
Yeah, losing the picks with Griffin, you have to admit it did hurt. But people forget that Griffin is a star player, and he reminded those same people last year. He's become the leader for this franchise as they try to move forward.
Now here's LeBron. D right on him. An easy 2 points on the layup. James has got 9 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside Griffin. Here's Rose. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against the Lakers.
And Rose always been one of the best at getting to the line. The D has to avoid fouling in those situations.
No good on the free throw. Just when it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's 2 names. Andre Drummond, Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also your mental focus that game is all over the place because no matter what you're doing, you always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out because this guy's a beast on the boards.
Shot clock at 6. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Davis with the clock winding down and finished off by Davis.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
The shot's good from Henson. And Los Angeles guys shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. And the shot goes down. And 11 points for LeBron.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Outside Rose. Over in the corner, Brown. Poked away. It's stolen by Davis. And now LeBron pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
James is unreal in fast break situations. Impossible to contain when he's off and running.
Rose dishes to Henson. Back to Rose. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Rose has got 9 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's James. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Back to James. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rose finds Griffin. Henson in the corner. Luke passes to Rose. 4 on the clock. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Pass to Davis. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Luke passes to Griffin. Rose against Schroeder. Rose dishes to Griffin. Back to Rose. This one for 3. Rebound the Lakers. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
The pass to Henson. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Rose passes to Brown. Pass to Griffin. Over Davis. That shot off the mark. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot hit his shots to drop.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Pistons trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Pistons have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. Then for the Pistons, Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Griffin. And McRae's subbed in for Brown. Free throw drops for Rose.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 08, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. Jacks up a 3. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by LeBron. And it's 7 points for Dennis Schroeder.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the basket by Rose.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt.
And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Right side Rose. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, leading by 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Marc Gasol, so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's fun. You see more fans on the stands. They speak Spanish, even they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, wherever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Here are the five. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Grant is out there with Maker. Then there's McCray. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
He sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Here's McCray, and the jumper is on the mark. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Galloway.
And the athleticism Galloway has is impressive. Good at getting out on the break and finishing.
And it's Schroeder missing. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
5 to shoot. Pass to Rose. Shoots the 3. But they get it back. Here's Grant. Off with the layup.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in a perfect position to alter the shot.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid 79%. Shot.
That one misses for Davis. As we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent, the biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor, and the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that 3, you become a triple threat, because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes, and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Deep. Caruso, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Here's Galloway. 5 points in the game. From 8. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from McCray.
I'd like to see the D with a little more energy out there. They kind of forgot about it.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. The dish to Schroeder. Over Rose. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Harrell. Schroeder's got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
Here's Rose. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Kuzma passes to Schroeder. Trying to get open is Davis, and that one's good. Schroeder, 11 points in the game.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Rose passes to McCray. Here's Galloway. The Pistons working the ball around now. Down low. Grant against Davis. From deep, Rose. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Rose in the post, started by Schroeder. Rose can't hit.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole. That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell. Last year, getting it done. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Grant finds Rose. Floats one, and the layup is good. Rose has got 18 points.
And that floater is something Rose has been comfortable with since he came into the league. It's only gotten better with time.
Outside, Davis. There's Schroeder. Goes back up, and it's Davis laying it in. Davis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's McCray. He's guarded by Schroeder. Kuzma against Rose. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's just an intelligent play by Rose, taking advantage of whatever the D gives him.
Davis, and they pick up 2. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Maker. Inside. The shot is good by McCray. He has 6.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Schroeder against Rose. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Grant surveying the D. Got it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Derrick Rose.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
That's good from Davis on the assist by Kuzma. Davis has got the lead back up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Here's McRae. He's got 6. Kuzma pulls it in. From downtown. Doesn't go for him. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Here's McRae. And it's off the back rim. No good. Unloads from 13. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. Los Angeles leading by 7. Schroeder with the ball. He's got 11. To the middle. Here's Davis. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Grant. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Rose. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rose has got 24 points.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
And the pass to Davis. Over Grant. Los Angeles with another miss.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Offensive rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Davis.
I like when Maker is being assertive on offense, looking for his own shot, attracting the contact.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Free throw good from Maker.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Dennis Schroeder. He's perfect from the line this time. Well, you look back at the title teams for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, dominate the Bulls at that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2014. See Ben Wallace, Rip, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Saturday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Pistons have shot 6 of 7 at the line. First free throw is good. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league is given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
And he recovers it. Fades and shoots. Here's Henson. persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Hudson's got the lead up to 1 now for Detroit. And the Lakers call time here.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire. Chance to check out the stats for LeBron James. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged about 27 points a game last season. 8 assists and 8 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
Here's Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
An artist in the air. I mean, the elevation, the hang time, the strength of Griffin. It's amazing.
James. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Rockets. Rose kicks to McRae. Passes it to McHale. Good D by James.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's Rose. He's covered closely. Out left to the wing. Outside, Griffin. Back to Rose. Over Caldwell Pope.
And the ability of Caldwell Pope to get in the shooter's head. Love having a guy like him who puts a lot of energy into the defense.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Detroit Pistons. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they're important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got to offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 26 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stopping the three. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I own the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot the three. Rick Fox, beat Shaw, and big shot, Bob for three. The crowd go crazy. I know you remember that, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Gasol at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Rose double team. Pass to Brown. From past the arc. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. The Lakers trail. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. And Davis gets it to go.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
To the paint. And Henson gets it to go on the assist by Rose. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's James. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half. As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
Free throw good, LeBron. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a peg.
Outside Rose, over Gasol. Detroit keeping it alive. A new 14. Griffin trying to get open. Yep, it counts. And that's now 10 points for Henson.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. Tough.
To the inside. LeBron trying to free himself up. And Davis gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 3. Schroeder against Rose. Brown outside. Back to Rose. Shoots over Schroeder. Here's Griffin. Another shot. And Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Here's Griffin. He has 6.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Now here's LeBron. He's guarded closely. He kicks it to Schroeder. Back to LeBron. Schroeder outside. 6 on the shot clock. Loads it up for Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now a timeout called by Detroit. And the trade for Anthony Davis a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Rose against Schroeder with some arc. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Rose. Lakers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Oh, wide open look for Gasol. They get it again. Davis. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Henson, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 6th assist on the night. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he is able to do on the basketball field?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And Gasol sends it back. Schroeder against Griffin. And they double up James. And that one's good. Schroeder. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Pistons. Pass to Griffin. Four on the shot clock. Looking to get back on track here. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Langston Galloway's checked in for Rose. Rocket 2. Galloway releases from the wing and drills it. Galloway has got 7 points.
I like the confidence from the guard. Galloway, he shows no fear in shooting off the pass.
Here's LeBron, and the layup's good off the glass.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pistons trail by 8. Here's Galloway. He has 7. At the elbow, Griffin. 6 to shoot. The pass to Galloway. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Passes it to Schroeder. Takes the 13-footer in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Griffin. He dishes it to Henson. Here's Galloway. Off target with his 3. Lakers leading by 10. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Davis. And Henson pulls it down. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Here's Mikhailo. He's guarded by Davis. Galloway, no good.
He forgets about him on the perimeter. They're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Puts one up from 19. That's good from Davis on the assist by LeBron. Davis has got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles. The Pistons shooting a troubling 38% in the 3rd. Not the finest work of this offense. Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Mikhailo. Pistons passing it around. Griffin against Davis. Henson trying to break free. And Davis sends it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Marc Gasol. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Grant's checked in. Lakers leading by 12. Schroeder finds James. LeBron is doubled. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Kuzma's got 5 now.
Usually it's good shooting mechanics. Kuzma has the necessary range to hit from deep.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Yeah, and at Utah, Kyle Kuzma restricted to more of a traditional power forward role. Now the wide open NBA style has unleashed his game.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for the Pistons. And Detroit has possession. 15-point game. Galloway, the pass to Grant. Shot clock at 6. To the wing right side. Here's McRae. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Detroit's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Brown with it, picked up by Kuzma. Kuzma against Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocked away. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. A finish. And finished off by LeBron.
Defensively, I know we say it every game. You have to try to make someone other than LeBron beat you. Easier said than done.
There's the pass to Henson. Here's McRae. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing
going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Fifth is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Here's McCray. He's got 8. Galloway dishes to Grant. Clock at 6. Passes to McCray. Kicks it to Galloway to stop the drought. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Pass to McCray. .135 left in the third quarter. The kick out to Brown. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Kuzma pulls it in.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Henson the pass to McCray. Tries again. Henson trying to break free, and it's good on the layup. McCray has got 10 points.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Harold. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. 36 seconds left in the third. Offensive rebound. Grant. That's good. Grant's got his first points in this one.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
James kicks to Caldwell Pope. Harrell against Henson. Pass to Caruso. Caldwell Pope the bounce pass. Kuzma inside. Grant on him. Kuzma can't get it to go. Here's Brown. Bucket is good. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's Los Angeles out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. this highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Detroit, we've got McCray. Jeremy Grant is out there with John Henson. Then there's Brown, and it's Rose in at the point. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And they double up LeBron. Here's Kuzma. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 7 points for Kyle Kuzma.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Rose kicks to Grant. Back to Rose. The Pistons working the ball around now. Now the pass to McCray. Lets it go with the 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 4th rebound in this one. Caruso, the pass to James. Out to the right wing. To the paint. Passes it to Kuzma. That shot, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Brown. And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Both good from the line that time. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Rose. Pass to Harrell. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 17.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And the quickness and acceleration of Derrick Rose, even with a simple dribble move, he can leave defenders stuck to the floor.
James, the pass to Caruso. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's McCray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Yeah, Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And he can't get the first one. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. And Detroit with a change here, too. Luke is checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
They grabbed their own miss. Brown, good.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Here's Schroeder. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Outside Rose. Shot clock at 5. Here's Grant. Knocks down the 3 ball.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from 3-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
LeBron left side. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And Harrell wide open. He shoots. Detroit with the rebound. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Luke. Now here's Rose. Unloads from 13. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Lakers leading by 13. Here's Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Gasol comes in for Montrezl Harrell. Davis is subbed in for Morris. Schroeder hits them both. Pistons trail by 15. Outside Rose. Here's Luke. Covered by LeBron. Luke passes to Henson. James against Rose. Double team on Rose. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Now, here's James. Tight defense on him. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Back to Rose. And the layup is good. Rose has got 34 points.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to utilize Rose at the point guard position. Run him off screens all night long.
James dishes to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Rose in the post. He's guarded by Schroeder. Rejected by Gasol.
Got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his lip to turn away shots.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And it's Rose missing. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Shoots. Again, the Lakers.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
To the middle. Schroeder passes to James. And the dunk by LeBron.
And you think of all the different images in your mind over the years of James attacking the rim.
Pistons have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Rose double teamed. A negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance scores at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Henson against Gasol. Henson shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Grant kicks to Rose. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Davis down low. Grant on him. They get the rebound. The second effort. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 8 points in the quarter.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And again, Detroit turns it over.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 20-7 run. Outside Rondo. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Inside, here's Dudley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Just regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic. Even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories. Whether you're talking about the Vlade Divac or the Sabos that came into the game, and even if you go to Marshallonis, Dirk Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to them, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so Knight will bring it up for Detroit. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Snell. And here is Maker. 2 points. That one goes.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Dudley. Here is Cook, just 5 to shoot. Now Detroit moving it up.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you. I like this tonight, Smitty. We have veteran leadership on both teams. When you were a rookie in the NBA, who was your mentor?
You know, Kevin, this is going to surprise you because everybody looks at guys kind of on the court. My mentor was Manute Bol. Really? I played nothing like Manute Bol, but I would tell you, Kevin, he was my mentor. He would grab me by the ear and twist it and tell me what I needed to do as far as a leadership standpoint.
I never would have guessed him, Smitty, never.
Kevin, I walked in with some shorts and a polo shirt in Miami. He grabbed my ear and said, "That's not professional. You better wear a suit." I'm like, Manute, it's 90 degrees. I had to wear a suit every game.
I like that story. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Brown out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Griffin. Then it's John Henson. And it's Mikhailuk in its small forward. First free throw is good.
Well, the Pistons, one of the more successful franchises in NBA history. 3 titles and many other trips to the NBA Finals. Only a handful of franchises can say that.
Both free throws good from Rose. And Smitty, you were talking about the Pistons, a history of success, of championships. But the last 10 years have been difficult.
Pistons have struggled the last decade. You're so right, Kevin. But this team has a track record of not staying down for long. Detroit doing what they can to return to championship contention.
Here is Rose, following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Griffin. And Davis pulls it down. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. That one goes in. Caldwell-Pope's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Pass to Henson. Top of the key, Griffin. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. The game tonight will be their second time playing the Lakers this season after they fell to LA in the first matchup. Coach said the most important thing we can do this game is play to the pace that we want to play at. It'll take us apart if we get into a track meet. Sounds like a solid approach, guys.
Thanks, David. In the corner, it's James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
The aggressive mindset. LeBron putting it on the deck and drawing contact.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
And he knocks down the first one. And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
That one misses.
And to think LeBron in high school was recruited by some D1 colleges to play wide receiver. Boy, what a downfield target he would have been.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
The Pistons have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Schroeder. Dishes to James. It's good.
Doesn't let the contact affect the shot. Great focus by LeBron.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Schroeder against Rose. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Stolen by Henson. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Rose, that's good.
Derrick Rose in open space is a treat to watch. Love the way he took off and scored that one.
Schroeder, right side. Back to James. Outside Gasol. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Rose looking around. The pass to Griffin. Over Davis. Unable to get that one. And it's the Lakers the other way.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
From deep, Rose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
A moment here to see the numbers for Dennis Schroeder. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
James, no good.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Rose up on top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Griffin against Davis. Just 4 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And Caldwell Pope, a solid shooter, and I think he'll only get better with time.
Pass to Griffin. Rose with the ball. He's got 6. Left side, Griffin. Rose, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
The shot's good from LeBron.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win the championship.
While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
And the Pistons with possession here. It's a 3-point game. Griffin kicks to Rose. Back to Griffin. To halt the run. Here's Henson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it. Over a decade in Memphis for Marc Gasol, even played his high school basketball there. Now a new phase.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And when you spend as much time in one city as Marc Gasol and mean as much as he did to the Grizzlies franchise in that city of Memphis, you know what, Smitty? It's got to be tough to move on.
I'm sure, Kevin, for both sides. Regardless of what he accomplished moving forward, his jersey is getting retired in Memphis. No question about it.
So he gets them both. Pistons trail by 5. Outside Rose. Shoots over Schroeder. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And here's the Lakers. 9 points in a row. Good run for them right now.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Rose, good. Rose has got his 3rd basket of the night.
The defense is in trouble because off the pick and roll, he uses his speed, he can knock down the shot, and he has a floater.
And finished off by Davis.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
Down low. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 7. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 6 assists in the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Now here's Griffin. And that one hits back iron.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Gasol with it, and it's Henson picking him up. Caldwell Pope passes to Schroeder. 5 on the clock. Outside Gasol. Rebound by the Pistons.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Brown the pass to Rose. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Rose has got 10 points.
Derrick Rose inside is a treat to watch because watch how high he gets off the floor.
To the inside, James. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here's Henson. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
The former Defensive Player of the Year, Gasol, showing his stuff.
Lakers passing it around.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Griffin the bounce pass. And Henson kicks to Brown. The Lakers with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Griffin. Rose, no good. Brown against Caldwell Pope. The dish to James. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. James outside. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Mikhailuk, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Schroeder dishes to LeBron. And Henson sends it back. Brown wide open. He fires. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. To the middle. And Davis throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Rose. 10 points for him. The fader. Off the left rim and out.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Detroit Pistons. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. Do you think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it could create a lot of injuries. So I do like the clear path fouls.
And the first one at the line is good. Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Free throws good for LeBron. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first. Here's McCray, covered by LeBron. McCray kicks to Rose. Pass to Henson, takes the 3. And no good that time. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
Defensively, you want to take away LeBron's driving lanes, but his speed and power still went out.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Doubled by Henson. Schroeder finds James. Aldwell Pope with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons, trailing by 19. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Hopefully they exercise better caution in this game and avoid cheap fouls that could get them in trouble again.
Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's McCray, covered by LeBron. The 3, and there's the bucket from McCray. McCray has got 5 points so far.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Rose against Schroeder. Here's Rose from deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers taking a 19-point lead into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Pistons trailed by 19, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Detroit, John Henson out there with Grant. Then there's McCray, and it's Rose, and it's Galloway in at the 2-guard spot. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
The free throw drops for Grant.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
And Grant drops them both. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
What I appreciate about Harold is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
Both free throws good for Harold. Pistons trailed by 19. Rose passes to Henson. Rose in the post. He's guarded by Schroeder. And there's Rose on the assist by Henson.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Now here's Harold. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Rose gets the bucket.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Schroeder. Passes it to Davis. Shoots over Grant. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Derrick Rose again. Rose has got 16.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Harold. And there's the pass to Caruso. It's tipped. Here's Galloway, guarded by Kuzma. Galloway, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Rose. After the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Back to Grant. Fires the 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell. Good season for him last year. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Now here's Schroeder. He's got 8. Kuzma outside. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Saturday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors. Then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Rose against Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Galloway, and Davis sends it back.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch. Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Here's McRae. He has 5. Not going to go that time. Lakers leading by 12. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And just over 3.5 minutes play here in the second quarter. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to McRae. Six on the shot clock. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Caruso. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And Schroeder, undaunted inside, took the defense head on and made the tough shot.
Rose kicks to Grant. Pass to McRae. And he converts the layup. McRae has got 7 points in the game.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Harrell up top. He dishes it to Schroeder. Rose with the double team. The wide open look here for Kuzma. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists in the game. Pistons trail by 17. Left side Rose. Shoots over Schroeder. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Derrick Rose can score in many different ways. He's very comfortable in this spot.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The high post shot. And Henson pulls it down. The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. McRae passes to Rose. Henson with it. He's guarded by Schroeder. Passes it to McRae. Count it. McRae has got 4 points in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Schroeder. 10 points for him. From 17 feet out. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from McRae.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Here's Davis. 26 points for him last game against Houston.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass. Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Free throw line jump shot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And that's now 20 points for Derrick Rose. Los Angeles leading by 11.
I love the continued development for Anthony Davis. The three-pointer, his ball handling. Last season, a career high in assists.
Now here's Davis. He's got 8. Now the pass to Caruso. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Caruso's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. McCray kicks to Rose. Rose double teamed. Pass to Grant. Here's McCray. 6 to shoot. Great D that time from Harrell. And you were just talking about Davis's ball handling ability. It used to always be one dribble and up.
Yeah, because he has so much length, and that's all he needed to score over the top. Now you see him handling like a guard and going around people, and also able to change speeds and read the defense better.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. James checked in for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And a switcher also for Detroit. Mikhailuk is checked in. Pistons passing it around. Back to Grant. He kicks it to Rose. Clock at 6. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a quick check of the stats for James. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 27 points a game, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
He loves being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And boy, he sure lit it up last season.
Here's Harrell. Trying to get open as Davis. The Lakers rebound. Caldwell-Pope finds Davis. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. There's Rose with the 3. Drills it from outside. Rose has got 23.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Now LeBron. We saw him with 29 points last game. Pass to Harrell. Got a hand on it. Outside Rose. It doesn't go for him. James with some nice D. Caruso, the pass to LeBron. Passes it to Davis. Rose against James. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to James. 12 points for Anthony Davis.
Great leadership by LeBron James. What a pass. He's telling everyone, be aggressive, trust one another, make plays for each other.
The pass to Grant. The 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Pass to Caruso. And here is Harrell. And here is James. He's got 17. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Dishes it to Harrell. Here's Caruso. No good on the 3.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
The last thing you want to see from the defense is Derrick Rose starting to find a rhythm with his shot.
LeBron left side. Second chance shot. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Passes to Henson. Here's McCray. Henson trying to break free, kept alive, and there's the bucket from McCray.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Caruso. He's covered by Rose. Caruso, no good. Pistons trail by 10. Inside, here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Skying high, one of his advantages as a undersized 4.
LA's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Caldwell Pope outside. Left side, Davis. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Rose, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Caruso. Pulls it from 20. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Caruso's got 5 points so far. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Shaquille. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 9 assists, and 1 block. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Yeah, coach has done a good job of scheming LeBron free, getting him into that rhythm, getting him into that zone where he's almost impossible to stop.
Kenny, what'd you think about Detroit?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Here's Henson. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Now here's James. Here's Gasol. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. Very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think is James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
Rose double teamed. Henson stolen by Caldwell Pope. Nobody near Schroeder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 8-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Griffin. Henson trying to break free. Misses off the right iron. Los Angeles leading by 8. Down low. And it's Davis with the jam.
The fans are loving it right now. AD has been incredible tonight.
Rose passes to Mikhailuk. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Rose. That one's not going to go. LeBron with some nice D. Over to the wing. Schroeder. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's 15 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Typically playing the role of catalyst. This time, Schroeder's the one who gets set up.
Here's Rose. And the shot goes in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. To the middle, here's LeBron. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Double team on Rose. There's the pass to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pass to Mikhailuk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers on Derrick Rose. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
With 1 on the clock, Griffin trying to get open.
Marc Gasol working so hard on defense, making sure he gets himself in the airspace of shooters.
Here's Griffin.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they dug this hole.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the paint, here's Gasol, and Gasol with the dunk.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
The offensive rebound. The shot's good from Henson. Henson's got 4 points this quarter.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I mean, plenty of lift in those legs. LeBron never did the dunk contest. He just does it in a game.
Rose up on top. He's guarded by Schroeder, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Detroit shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Derrick Rose, the former Memphis Tiger, has a great combination of speed and athleticism.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in, and a switch here also for Detroit. Makers checked in. To the inside, Rose. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. 32 points for Derrick Rose.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
Schroeder against Rose. Schroeder dishes to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Pistons trail by 14. It's stolen by Schroeder. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Rose against Schroeder. Pass to Griffin. Here's Mikhailuk. Hangs home the trifecta. Mikhailuk's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Stolen by Rose. To the right side. Brown outside. The shot, no good. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Detroit making a switch here. Galloway's checked in. Lakers leading by 13. Schroeder with the ball. 17 points in the game. Outside for Caldwell Pope. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. Maker passes to Griffin. Rebound the Lakers. 22 is their biggest lead. Schroeder finds James. Schroeder against Brown. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
The first one falls.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Galloway. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder. Now Langston Galloway, not the most efficient scorer, but he'll eat minutes for you.
Yeah, Galloway not a player you want taking a ton of shots overall, but he can hit from outside if you give him a look. That's really his best shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Galloway.
After going undrafted, Langston Galloway in 2015, he was named to the all-rookie 2nd team. It's a terrific story.
Galloway hits both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Here's Schroeder. Basket good. Schroeder's got 19 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1-3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Blake Griffin. And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
Both free throws good from Griffin.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Schroeder kicks to Gasol. Back to Schroeder. Maker with the double team. To the paint. Here's Morris. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Detroit. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Galloway with the bucket.
A good mid-range shooter. Galloway just taking what the defense allows.
Lakers leading by 17. LeBron James on the wing. And they double up LeBron. Outside Gasol. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from 19. Good on the jump shot. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And not the first time we've seen this. When KCP's confident, when he's in rhythm, he can fill it up with the best of them.
Here's Galloway. Maker misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And they double up James. The pass to Caruso. Now Gasol. Unloads from 13. No good. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Mikhailuk. That one a little long.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Caruso. 5 points in the game. LeBron, good. LeBron's got 25 points in the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Grant finds Galloway. Back to Grant. Clock at 6. And the shot is good. Grant's got 12.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
Ball's knocked loose inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. Pistons trail by 20. Galloway taking his time here. Grant against Morris. No good from Grant.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron is having himself a game. Staying aggressive, playing with a lot of force.
Pass to Grant. Back to Galloway. Down low. Grant. That's good. Grant's got 14 points for the game.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now here's LeBron. 27 points for him. And that one is good. LeBron's got 12 points now in the quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Grant. We've got 1:18 left in the third. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Harold. James in the post. No good with the layup.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Luke passes to Brown. Kicks to Galloway. Passes it to Luke. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Galloway. A three-pointer, no good. Lakers leading by 22. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Davis is checked in for Morris. Jordan McRae, he's checked in for the Pistons. He hits both from the stripe. 36 seconds left to play here in the third.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Grant. Maker kicks to Grant. Here's McRae, covered by LeBron. The pass to Galloway. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. There's the triple. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. We've got Maker. Doomboya is out there with McCray. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Galloway in a two-guard.
Is there any shot that AD is incapable of making? I don't know. That should be outside his range.
Now, here's Maker. Pass to Galloway. Fires for three. Rebound the Lakers. Caruso's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle, Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's McCray following the bucket by the Lakers. Back to Maker. Inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to Kuzma from outside the arc. Detroit with the rebound.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Out tonight. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Great D that time from Rondo. Here's Caruso. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said that it's hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate. What do you think about it?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the 3-ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
Galloway, no good.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Passes it to Caruso. Davis with it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Tony Snell's checked in for Langston Galloway. The Pistons have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Trying to end the drought, and Doomboya lays it up and in. Doomboya's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick or the lay-in.
Outside Rondo. And the pass to Kuzma. Overnight. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Snell, the pass tonight at the top of the key. Maker. Here's McCray.
A willing passer who's still learning. Maker keeps his eyes up and makes the unselfish play.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Davis. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar. There's no off-season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off-season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody's looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for Los Angeles making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Jordan McCray. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Gasol kicks to Kuzma. Back to Gasol. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pass to Kuzma. Clock at 4. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Here's Snell. With the NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty, they'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot, and it's Magruder missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Outside Rondo, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He has slimmed down a lot from his rookie season. Marc Gasol still strong enough to power through contact.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Rondo against Knight. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Knight's got his first bucket in this one.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Now Rondo softly drops in the floater.
And that gentle release on Rondo's floater, when he's making these shots, the D is in trouble.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, here's Maker. Now the dish to Snell. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Snell. Some changes for the Lakers. Markieff Morris comes in for Marc Gasol. And Cook subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And so Snell nails both of them. And here's Rondo. Passes to Cook. Here's Horton Tucker. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Snell. Back to Knight. Six on the shot clock. And there it is for him. Knight's got 4 this quarter. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Here is Cook. Count that one. Knight with it. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
And Lakers sends it back. Pulls it from the elbow. A nice shot by Knight.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Rondo against Knight. Now the pass to Horton Tucker. Morris with the bucket.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Magruder. Six to shoot. Out tonight. Rebound the Lakers.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Morris. Fades. No good that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Here's Magruder. Pass to Snell. Now here's Knight. To the inside. Doumbouya, good.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
The Lakers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Here is Cook. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Yeah, Kevin, I haven't, but I bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
Free throw off from Cook. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. He dishes it to Maker. Back to Knight. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Magruder. Rebounded by Dudley. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Knight, and it's Cook missing.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Rondo against Knight. From the baseline. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Lakers shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. To the wing on the left. Here's Horton Tucker. He's guarded by Knight. Here's Cook. Buries the long-range jumper. Cook's got 7 points for the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved, really enjoyable to watch.
So it's the Lakers now. Brandon Knight missing his last shot. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Morris. Back to Cook. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. Clark, when you have two teams that are this athletic, what type of game do you think you're going to see?
Well, you know what? Sometimes it can lead to guys trying to do too much, but when it's at its best with this kind of athleticism on display, I think you're going to see a high-octane, fun game.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Brown. Griffin is out there with John Henson. And it's Rose. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3 spot. So it's Detroit now after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Henson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Henson very skilled down low. At almost 7 feet tall, the defense cannot allow him to get deep position.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Dwayne Casey gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Going up against an all-time great like LeBron James, there are no easy answers. Still, he's aware it will be pivotal to slow him down if they're going to win this game. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here's Rose. Can't hit from in close.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Schroeder passes to LeBron. LeBron is doubled. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
LeBron's game has a real shine to it. Spit polished. And he's got a great feel of when to attack from there.
Now, here's Rose. He feeds it to Griffin. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. And it's off from 3-point range. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Schroeder passes to LeBron. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Pass to Rose. Passes it to Henson. Kicks it to Griffin. For Davis. Detroit, no good that time either.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Caldwell Pope. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Griffin. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Marc Gasol.
Man, one for the highlight reel. And you see after multiple knee surgeries, Griffin can still get up.
James, the pass to Gasol. Nobody near Schroeder. And the Lakers with another miss.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out. He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And finished off by LeBron.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
And there's the pass to Mikhailuk. He kicks to Brown. Pass to Rose. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. James looking it over. And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022,
he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
The first free throw is good.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter. I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling, Greg. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 8. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. From the arc. Rose with the rebound. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now here's Rose. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
And, you know, this is where James is most dangerous, attacking and looking to tear into that defense.
Now here's Griffin. Top of the key, Rose. With the teardrop, and Gasol sends it back. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
The free throw drops for Rose. Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Schroeder against Rose. Schroeder passes to Davis. Back to Schroeder. Lakers working the ball around now. Down low. Here's Caldwell Pope. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
Yeah, cashing in close. Caldwell Pope showing you there. He's more than just a jump shooter.
Rose dishes to Henson. Brown outside. Pass to Mikhailuk. Left side, Griffin. Over Davis. Griffin's shot is off.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. Gasol up top. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. From deep LeBron. It's hauled in by Brown. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground And because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Pistons trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
He's checked in for the Lakers. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Griffin passes to Rose. Here's McKayler. Now here's Henson. Passes it to Griffin. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Davis with some nice D.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Davis after LeBron James's miss. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Offensive rebound. And Hill slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Henson. It's stolen by Schroeder. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Out of the court they go.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Blake Griffin. Great showing for him last season. Put up about 24 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of?